Chosen one, the air around you has been shifting, hasn't it? You've been feeling something you can't quite explain. A strange heaviness in the atmosphere, a sudden chill when you're alone, a wave of emotion that doesn't belong to you. It's not in your head. It's not your imagination. Someone has been speaking your name in the dark, whispering words that carry no love, no peace, no blessing. Their prayers are not prayers of light. They're sending words meant to confuse your path, to cloud your clarity, to drain your energy. You've sensed it. The sleepless nights, the restlessness, the sudden doubt creeping in just when you were about to rise higher. This isn't coincidence. The spiritual war around you has intensified, and God is revealing it because you are not meant to stay unaware. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this exact moment because heaven wants you awake, alert, and ready to claim your protection. Right now, I want you to write your warmest wishes and 99 in the comments below, not just as numbers, but as a declaration that your energy is being purified. Release your wish to the universe. Speak your light into existence. If your spirit woke up while listening, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here. This message found you for a reason, and your soul already knows it. This is your moment of alignment. There are people who don't understand how protected you are. They look at your peace, your resilience, and it disturbs their demons. They pray against your progress, not realizing that every word they send rebounds with divine force. Their envy is wrapped in fake holiness, pretending to bless you, yet secretly wishing for your fall. But chosen one, no curse stands before truth. No prayer built on jealousy can cross the walls that God built around you. Your name is not in their hands. It's sealed in the light of divine authority. You don't fight this with fear. You fight it with awareness, with silence, with peace that drives their confusion wild. Some of the attacks you've felt weren't physical. They came as fatigue, as confusion, as sudden loss of motivation. That's how spiritual opposition works. It disguises itself in emotions, in accidents, in subtle moments that make you question your worth. But listen carefully. You've been chosen to be an example of what light does when darkness prays against it. You rise, you endure, you glow brighter, not weaker. Every negative intention sent your way becomes fuel for your transformation. The more they pray against you, the more heaven multiplies your protection. Even now, there are people who call your name with bitterness, asking for your downfall, thinking they are righteous. But God sees the heart. He hears the intent behind every word. Their prayers bounce off the spiritual shield that surrounds you and return to the sender, magnified. You are not meant to react, not meant to explain, not meant to defend yourself in the physical. The true battle isn't seen. It's felt. It happens in the unseen realm where angels stand guard around you. So tonight, when you close your eyes, say nothing. Let your silence become your weapon. Let your peace speak louder than their poison. You are untouchable when you walk in divine light. Your awareness is your power. The moment you realize that someone is praying against you is the same moment their power begins to dissolve. Because exposure is defeat in the spiritual world. They thrive in secrecy, but when God exposes them, their influence dies instantly. You are stepping into a new level of spiritual clarity. And with that comes a higher responsibility. Not to fear, but to discern. You are being upgraded, trained to see beyond the mask. Every false prayer, every hidden envy, every disguised blessing, you will sense it before it even reaches your energy. The chosen don't chase proof. They feel truth. The very fact that you're listening to this right now is proof of how aligned you are with divine timing. You weren't supposed to hear it before or after. Only now, in this exact hour, where your awareness can shatter what's been working against you. There's someone who underestimated you. They thought your silence meant weakness, but your silence is sacred. It's the space where your strength is recharged, where your spirit regains its fire. Their prayers might echo in the shadows, but your name echoes in heaven. And that's why no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. You are not here to curse them back. You're here to rise higher than their intent. Because when they pray against you, heaven prays for you louder. The divine counters every whisper of hate with a roar of light, and soon they'll watch you glow with blessings they can't understand. Not because you fought back, but because you stayed aligned, calm and unshaken. That is how the chosen win, not with vengeance, but with divine stillness that terrifies the darkness. The night may seem silent, but chosen one. It's never truly quiet when your name is being spoken in hidden corners. Someone, somewhere, has folded their hands not in reverence, but in resentment. Their words, soaked in jealousy, rise like smoke into the unseen. But the heavens know the difference between prayers born of love and those born of envy. You felt it, haven't you? That tension in the air when everything should be peaceful. The sudden thought that doesn't sound like your own. The fatigue that comes without reason. These are not coincidences. You are being spiritually mentioned, and not every mention carries grace. Yet even as they call your name in malice, God is writing it in gold. You are not here by coincidence. You were drawn to this message because something inside you has been stirring, something divine pulling you toward clarity. This is your sign to stand up, to reclaim your energy, and to speak your wish into the universe. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this exact moment. Write your warmest wishes, and 99 in the comments. Let it be your declaration of protection and divine reversal. Release your wish into the flow of light. And if your heart trembled while listening, if your spirit recognized this truth, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here, in this circle of the awakened, where truth is armor and awareness is power. Chosen one. The ones praying against you are not strangers to light. That's what makes their darkness so dangerous. They know how to mask their jealousy in polite words, how to speak blessings that hide curses, how to act humble while their hearts burn with bitterness. But the light inside you unsettles their spirit. You mirror everything they pretend to be. That's why they fixate on you. It's not what you said, not what you did. It's who you are. Your authenticity exposes their deception. When they can't copy your soul, they try to curse it. But here's the truth. They can't pray against divine selection. They can't reverse what heaven has chosen. Their whispers vanish before they reach your field, because your frequency is too high for their poison to attach. Every chosen one must face the moment when prayer becomes a weapon used against them. It's a strange paradox. Words meant to heal turned into tools to harm. But you, child of divine intelligence, have already been encoded with protection. Your spirit was built to transmute this energy. What they send to destroy you transforms in your atmosphere. It becomes insight. It becomes fuel. Their intention breaks apart when it enters your orbit because your energy doesn't absorb. It alchemizes. That's why you've noticed that even after betrayal, pain, or loss, you always rise stronger. You always learn faster. You always glow brighter. Those who pray against you are revealing their fear. They fear your voice, your calmness, your endurance. They fear the peace you carry because it exposes the chaos inside them. They don't understand that attacking a chosen one is a declaration of spiritual war against divine order, and that never ends well for them. For every prayer they send against you, the universe sends back tenfold blessings. Every time they mention your name in envy, the divine multiplies your favor. You've been thinking it's a coincidence that opportunities appear after moments of pressure. But it's not. It's the universe balancing the scales. You must remember, chosen one, the greatest test is not to retaliate. The energy of revenge keeps you chained to their vibration. You were never meant to mirror their darkness. You were meant to illuminate it. And when you do, when you refuse to respond in anger, when you stay still and focused, their spiritual weaponry malfunctions. The more peaceful you become, the more unstable they grow, because peace to them is punishment. Grace to them feels like fire. They might fast against you, speak your name in frustration, or even gather others to pray their false prayers together. But collective darkness is still darkness, and when light shines, it dissolves instantly. Do not fear their unity. Fear is their only power, and you have none of it left. The universe is clearing your space, pulling away energies that cannot align with your next chapter. Every false prayer sent toward you is being intercepted right now, turned into something holy, something useful. What was meant to break you is becoming the very wind that lifts you higher. So tonight, chosen one, when you feel the pull of unease or the echo of negativity, close your eyes and smile, because it means heaven is handling it. You don't have to speak. You don't have to defend. You only have to stand still and let the divine remind the world who you are. The one that light protects. The one that no dark prayer can reach. The one who was never meant to fall. Chosen one. They can whisper your name in anger, but they cannot alter your destiny. Every secret prayer spoken against you is recorded in the silence of the unseen world, and heaven reads every word before it leaves their lips. There are people who have mistaken your stillness for weakness, your humility for naivety, your forgiveness for foolishness. But they do not know what kind of protection surrounds you. They do not see the hands that shield you from the energy of those who wish you harm. They think their prayers can change your direction, but they are only fueling your elevation, because every curse sent toward you turns into confirmation. Every attempt to bind you only strengthens your roots in divine soil. Sometimes, chosen one, The energy against you is hidden behind familiar faces. People you once loved, people who once claimed to pray for you, may now be praying against you in secret. Their hearts became jealous of your peace. They saw you walking with light, and instead of joining you, they began to ask heaven to slow you down. It hurts, doesn't it, to realize that the ones you cared for the most are the ones hoping you fail silently. But even that pain has purpose. It purifies you. It teaches you not to depend on applause, not to rely on validation, not to seek love that comes with hidden envy. You are learning the hardest lesson of all, that not every prayer is good, and not every amen is pure. Your discernment is increasing, and with it comes power. You're beginning to recognize the vibration behind every word, the intent behind every smile. You can feel when someone's blessing carries poison underneath. That's your spiritual radar, your divine sensitivity, warning you not to absorb everything that's offered as light. The truth is, chosen one, your anointing is so powerful that it draws both genuine hearts and dark ones. People feel something when they're around you, a reflection of their own soul. The pure ones feel peace. The corrupted feel chaos. That's why some pray for you, and others pray against you. But both are proof of your importance. You are not ordinary. You are a spiritual mirror, revealing who people truly are. You've probably noticed that lately your dreams have become strange. Faces you no longer talk to appear out of nowhere. You wake up tired, confused, like your spirit has been in battle all night. That's not random. That's the unseen realm responding to your awakening. When the light within you rises, the shadows try to fight back. Not because they can win, but because they fear disappearing. They want you to doubt your intuition. They want you to feel unsafe, disconnected, and alone. But you are never alone. Every time someone prays against you, a greater force steps forward on your behalf. Angels reposition themselves. The air thickens with divine protection. You are not losing energy. You are being refined through it. Do you feel the tension before breakthroughs? That moment when people start acting strangely, when things around you seem to fall apart for no reason. That's often the sign that hidden prayers are working against your motion. But you must remember, before God promotes, He exposes. The resistance is not random. It's a sign that you are about to step into something sacred. Their words cannot stop what's already written. They may slow your steps for a moment, but they cannot stop your rise. Because every chosen one carries a divine acceleration that no human energy can restrain. The delay is just camouflage, a divine pause before your leap forward. They are praying for your confusion, but you are receiving revelation. They are asking for your silence, but your voice is becoming stronger. They are wishing for your loneliness, but you are finding divine companionship. Every single thing they're asking against you is being reversed. Heaven has turned their prayers upside down. Where they asked for your failure, favor is increasing. Where they asked for your weakness, your endurance is multiplying. You are living proof that light cannot be cursed by darkness. Chosen one, listen. Not all spiritual attacks are loud. Some come disguised as sudden tiredness, anxiety, or endless distractions. They come as energy drains, as delays, as invisible pressure. But the next time you feel it, don't panic. Just smile and say quietly within, "I know who I am." Because the moment you remember your identity, everything sent against you loses its direction. The spiritual realm recognizes authority, and when you walk with awareness, you walk as one who cannot be touched. The chosen are not immune to attacks, but they are immune to destruction. That is the mystery your enemies will never understand. Let them pray. Let them gather. Let them whisper your name. Every syllable becomes a spark that lights your next path. Because what they send to stop you becomes the very energy that propels you. The universe is a perfect circle. Whatever they release returns to them. You don't need revenge. You don't need to prove yourself. Your only task is to stay aligned, to stay aware, to stay unshaken. Their darkness cannot function in your light. And every night they spend thinking about your downfall only builds a stronger morning for you. The chosen are never victims. They are divine witnesses to the collapse of every false prayer sent against them. Chosen one. When the darkness realizes it can't break you, it tries to imitate you. It copies your voice, your kindness, your rhythm, and then begins to twist prayers meant for blessing into weapons of confusion. Somewhere right now, there's someone using holy words with unholy intent, whispering your name while secretly hoping for your delay. But the divine watches all things, and what's hidden in shadows is being revealed in your spirit. You've started to feel it. The uneasy intuition, the strange pull to stay quiet, the sudden urge to separate from people you once trusted. That's not paranoia. That's protection. It's the voice of heaven telling you you are being targeted because you are being elevated. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey where the energy around them changes. The air feels heavier. The silence feels louder. You begin to see through smiles and sense energy behind words. That's when you know someone has been praying against you. They disguise their envy with politeness, their insecurity with religion, their hate with phrases like, "I'm praying for you." But heaven hears their real tone. They might fool others with words, but they can't fool the divine frequency that reads hearts like open books. And that's why no matter what they say, your blessings keep multiplying, because every false prayer turns into a mirror that exposes them and elevates you. The irony, chosen one, is that the more they pray against you, the more spiritual light you generate. You are a vessel of reflection. When hate is sent, it transforms into strength. When jealousy is whispered, it transforms into wisdom. You were built for transmutation. You're not just surviving attacks, you're alchemizing them into purpose. The things meant to wound you are turning into lessons, the betrayals becoming breakthroughs, the curses reshaping into clarity. That's why your peace irritates them. They can't understand how you keep walking forward when everything they've sent should have destroyed you. They don't realize you don't walk alone. And now, the divine is beginning to move pieces in your favor. The ones who prayed against you are about to face the reflection of their own intentions. What they asked heaven to send to you is returning home with interest. But you won't have to witness their downfall. because your purpose is not revenge. It's transcendence. You rise above it. You move forward with grace. You forgive not because they deserve it, but because forgiveness keeps your energy pure. You don't stay in the same frequency as those who curse you. You evolve out of their reach. That's how you win spiritual battles, not by fighting, but by outgrowing. There's a divine law written into the universe. What you release in spirit returns magnified. That's why your love multiplies, your compassion heals, your gratitude opens doors, and their envy destroys them quietly. They think their hidden prayers are secret, but the energy they send becomes a storm in their own atmosphere. The divine doesn't have to punish them. They punish themselves by aligning with darkness. Meanwhile, your silence becomes your shield. Every time you choose peace instead of reaction, you activate divine justice. That's why your enemies can't sleep. That's why they can't find rest while you do. Because peace is your weapon, and they have no defense against it. Chosen one, your discernment is your armor now. You're learning that not everyone who prays for you wants to see you rise. Some people pray for proximity, not for your progress. They pray to feel included in your energy, to borrow your light without doing the work to create their own. But energy doesn't lie. When their heart is not aligned, the universe withholds the manifestation of their words. Their prayers collapse before reaching heaven, while yours soar effortlessly because your intent is pure. You don't even have to ask loudly. Your soul's vibration is already a prayer that heaven answers in silence. This season, you're being separated from energies that can't travel with you. Don't resist it. The people drifting away, the conversations that no longer flow, the sudden urge to isolate. It's not loneliness. It's recalibration. Heaven is tuning your frequency higher so that no false prayer can locate you anymore. You're moving into spiritual invisibility, where attacks can't track your energy. You're entering divine stealth. The darkness may call your name, but you've already transcended its reach. The ones praying against you are shouting into an empty void, wasting their breath on someone the universe has already hidden inside divine protection. And soon, chosen one, those same people will witness something they can't explain. They'll see blessings falling around you like rain while their own soil dries. They'll realize too late that praying against light is a self-inflicted curse. Because when you curse what God has blessed, you curse your own seed, and the divine never loses count. Every word sent to harm you becomes a brick in the foundation of your destiny. Every lie told about you becomes a step higher toward your purpose. Their prayers cannot stop you. They are building you. Every syllable of hate is constructing your throne. And soon, they'll understand that no one can pray against what heaven has already decided. Chosen one. Everything they've spoken against you is dissolving right now. The energy once sent to block you is being rewritten by divine hands. The storm that was meant to break you has only refined you into something unshakable. Every false prayer, every whispered curse, every envious intention, all of it has been intercepted and turned into your strength. They prayed against you, but what they truly did was activate your ascension. Because what's meant for your destruction becomes your initiation when you walk in light. You were never the target. You were the test, the mirror that revealed who they really are. You may never know every name, every hidden voice, every moment they tried to twist your destiny. But heaven heard them all, and heaven responded with silence, not because you were forgotten, but because silence is divine confirmation. When God doesn't speak, it's because He's already acted. While they whispered your downfall, angels wrote your restoration. While they plotted in secret, your path was being prepared in gold. That's why you felt unseen, why certain doors closed, why people withdrew. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. You were being removed from atmospheres that could no longer contain your purpose. Now comes the shift. The same people who prayed against you will witness what divine reversal looks like. They'll see you walking through storms they thought would drown you. They'll hear your voice echo through rooms they tried to keep you out of. And they'll realize their prayers were powerless against the one God calls chosen. You are entering a chapter where everything sent to weaken you becomes evidence of your protection. You're not just surviving. You're rising with proof that no weapon formed against you could touch what's divinely sealed. So tonight, breathe deeply. The war around your name is ending. The energy meant to block you has become the wind behind you. You don't need to look back. You don't need to explain. And you don't need to fight. Just keep walking. The divine is watching, rewriting, restoring. Let peace be your proof. Let your glow be your response. Because those who prayed against you are about to see. Light never loses to darkness, and the chosen never fall. You were never under their power. You were always under divine protection, and that protection has now become permanent.